Good morning, everyone. Hi, Asus. Hey, Lone. Let me just go down the list here. Hi, Nore. Hi, is it Chong, Didi, Baby Ronnie, Supermax, San. Oh, geez, how do you pronounce your name? San Jalo, Bert, and get on the list here. Dark Raven, Ratchet, Master of Titans, Spams. Hey, guys. Okay, so we're gonna be getting started with today's live stream. I actually initially wasn't going to stream today. I was busy recording Dream Hangars yesterday, and in the midst of it, we got an update for Android. So I had to kind of cancel my plans for that, because usually when I record Dream Hangars, I have to kind of allot like between 6 and 8 hours. That's just to kind of get the gameplay. Editing is on top of that. And the thing with when we get an update is usually for the next like 48 hours, things can get really glitchy. So I wouldn't be surprised if I run into a lot of problems. On top of that, the matchmaking takes longer because you can only play with other players who have the latest update. So if they haven't downloaded and they haven't installed it, then you're not, it's going to take, the matchmaking takes longer. So that's why I've decided to do a live stream. And I'll kind of explain kind of what the format's going to be for this, and I'll see how it actually goes. Personally, I actually think this idea is better, like this approach is better for Dream Hangars than, what I was doing with the video. Because you get a better feel for how a build performs, and then I can actually add on top of that, like, what I would change in order to improve it. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna focus on one Dream Hangar today. There's not gonna be two. I have no idea why my screen kind of flashed like that. I don't think it's because of this. There was a weird glitchiness that happened there. So this is the Dream Hangar that I picked for today. So it's from Vans, and he is calling this survivals, hence why I have the thing survivor or survivor robots. So that's the hangar I'm going to be using. We've got Fenrir, Ravana, Mender, Raven, Hellburner, and also the Nodens. So he has, or they have here, these are the robots that have survived the current meta. Now, speaking on glitches and stuff, I think there is an issue with the Hellburner where apparently when you use your ability, it doesn't speed up. So, going back to my point about when we get updates, these things can happen. BlueStacks can't load. Yeah, I don't use BlueStacks. I mean, some have told me it's really good. When I use it, I crash. Hey Vio, hi Louise, hi Christopher, hi Weihao, Michael. More Ravanas in Dream Hangars. It's actually a really good bot. I honestly don't know why players don't use like these two more. And I think, well, actually I kind of do know why. It has to do with the fact that, well, it's an older bot, so they feel like it's not great. They have to have the newest stuff. You know how, I mean, it's not just players, it's just like human nature. If a new iPhone or a new Samsung phone comes out, well, everyone wants it. It may not even be the greatest, but they want it because it's new. It's just one of these things. Thank you, Sam. Okay, so let me just go over this hangar here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this for a couple of games. We'll see how this hangar performs, if there's any changes I would make to it. When I say changes, I'm not going to be referring to a totally new bot. It could be a matter of changing the weapons. Okay, so I think this way is honestly better in terms of format because players can see, okay, well, this is the hangar I proposed. I'm going to watch Adrian play it, and then if it's not that great, what weapons would he have run? Or like, I mix things up. Because it might be a better build that I think is stronger, if that makes sense. And then you know how to tailor your hanger. And it's not just that person. I'm sure like if there's one person that has that build, there's going to be more. Plus you can see how I balance things too. What other platform? If you're using Android, you're going to use an emulator. The only other option is to use Steam. And I think My Games. But you'll have to start from scratch. Like you can't just, yeah, your account, because they're all on different platforms, different servers rather. Okay, so we have hammer and mace on this build. I think I actually ran this in the last Dream Hangars, did I not? I'm pretty sure I did. So we have anti-control on here, nuclear amplifier, last stand. I may possibly switch this out. The only reason why I'm running anti-control is because if there's something like a Typhon or an Erebus, or even a Nether for that you know matter, like if they hit me with their EMP and stuff, at least I have this to kind of help with that. What I have here in terms of the skills though, you know, it does matter. So what I have a lot of anything relating to resistance or to the health of the Fenrir, because it's a tank, is what I'm most likely to put on. So you can see, for example, we have Adamant Guardian. This is going to give me more resistance. This is going to give me more health. This is going to give me more resistance. Okay, so when I capture a beacon, you get more resistance. If I am down on beacons, this is going to give me resistance. We've got Armor Expert, which is going to give me more health. Stubborn Warrior, more resistance when my durability drops. Okay, so that's kind of where we're going with this. Let's take a look at the Ravana. So we have Havocs on here. Now, the reason why I'm using 2 nuclear amplifiers, in case you didn't know, if you are using, say, so if you're comparing this build, the Havoc, to Igniters, so it takes longer. The highest amount of stacks you can get is 95. And if you run 2 of them, it doesn't mean 95 times 2. All it means is I'm going to get to this 95 stack quicker. Okay, so certain weapons will charge it up faster than others. Igniters charge them up pretty fast, actually very fast compared to the Havoc, which is why I'm running 2 of these. I have a last stand on here as well. Why not run that? Because it takes time. Like I would have to use multiple immune amplifiers for that to go into effect. Because the way that immune amplifier works, you know, you have to take damage. I believe when you actually, wait, hold on, let me just do this, and we can try it out. So it says for every 20,000 damage received, your robot gets a small bonus to increase its maximum durability. So I have to take that damage first, right, for that to happen. There's been cases where sometimes I drop in and I'm hit with like an EMP straight away. In fact, that is actually the reason why I use anti-control sometimes. There was one case where I dropped in on power plant map. There was a Typhon who was actually targeting my teammate. And when I dropped in, I happened to drop in front. And I was the one that got hit. And I immediately lost my Fenrir straight off the bat. If that happens and you are running immune amplifier, I don't think it would help. It's not going to help. Like you're going to be taking damage, but it's not going to matter at that point. You know, at least I was able to move and stuff. So that's why I'm using that rather. Okay, so also the other thing too is I think immune amplifier, not many have it. So let's just go to the store, because I think you have to win, right? Yeah, you have to win. So sometimes I also take into consideration, you know, what the free players have access to. So that's the other reason why. Okay, so we have a Mender here. We've got Jaw and Claw. I think this build could work really well too. Sometimes I do use 2 repair amps, but again, the same thing applies. We could try immune amplifier on you and see how that works. Again, this is just like my initial thing. This is usually when I play and I record Dream Hangars, I will run a couple of games first with the build and see how I like it. If it doesn't do well, then I might start switching out some of the modules. It's all an experiment, and this is the thing that I think a lot of players sometimes don't understand. Like, you could have the exact same Mender, or you could have the exact same Mender or Ravana. It could be maxed out, and you could be dying faster than someone else who has the exact same thing. The difference would be in the skills they use and in the modules. Technically in the drones too, but since we don't have drones, well, since we don't have drones, we can't really refer to that. So, hi Blurb, you just won the Muggy giveaway. We'll have to leave that for another live stream, Blurb, because I'm focused on Dream Hangars. If I start taking on requests and stuff, this doesn't become a Dream Hangars live stream anymore. Okay, so that's kind of why I'm kind of focused on this. We have a Raven here with the Spear and the Gothic Fainter. I already know how this is going to go. It's not a good build at all. I wouldn't have used this. In all honesty, I think if you're going to go with like Spear, I think they should have used Pulsars, but in all honesty, I think Magnetile Pulsars would have been a stronger build for this. But we're going to run it anyway, just so that you can see how it performs. The Hellburner, I believe, as I said, there's a glitch where when you use your ability, it doesn't speed up. But otherwise, this build, I think, actually can work. Okay, so those are the skills I have. So you're gonna notice the skills for this is very similar to the Fenrir. Okay, like we have Stubborn Warrior, Adamant Guardian, Invulnerable Raider. Okay, so very, very similar. We've got the Nodens here with Vajra weapons. I'm gonna try this combination of modules. I might switch out one of the damage controllers actually for, this is depending on how the games go. Another Titan anti-control, and maybe switching this for the Grand Balance Reactor. But I want to try this out and see how this actually works, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's gonna be the hangar. We'll see how this works out, and we'll see how the games go. And that's gonna be for the first half, and then the second half I'll take a look at, you know, based on the games we played, where it needs adjustment. Now, adjustment doesn't mean changing the robot entirely. I would kind of stick with the robot, and then I will look at how we can strengthen it. Hi Metzer. Hey Robert. Which do I run on the Raven with the Rust rockets? I use nuclear amp and 2 repair amps. That way it has some resistance, but I'm not sure about like now. So when you don't have drones, then I might consider something like a last stand on there. Is Ether worth the money right now? Ether is one of the, well, actually technically it's the strongest Titan in the game right now, but I would be actually trying to see if we can get the Sirius. Well, actually not really yet, because you know what, when they come out with a new Titan, usually they come out with a regular one and then a limited edition version. So technically the limited edition version of Sirius, if they have one, that would be the one to go for, because it has 10% more health, which is quite significant when you're talking about like Titans especially. Hi Abattoir. Hi Sammy. Hi Radu. Man, the wait times are crazy long right now. This is what I mean. This is why I didn't record yesterday, because I would have faced the same thing. Also, the thing is, in the mornings, like usually when I record, the wait times are generally longer because everyone's at school or at work. Because remember, it's not matching me up with necessarily players across the globe. It's more in my region. And if there's not that many in my region, then I actually end up having to wait. How I don't like disclosing which emulator and stuff that I use. Some will know, but the reason why I don't is because someone actually told me that if they know, you're easier to hack into. So I rather I not disclose that. We're gonna see how this Hellburner works because, like I said, it's bugged. Is it even going any faster? I don't know. Hard to tell. Okay, we're dealing with a Loki there on their side. Maybe I can... If I can get close enough, I can detonate near him. What does this guy have? Where are my teammates? Like, sit on the beacons, guys. Jeez. We have to go through this again. I don't even know what red team's doing. This, you see what I mean? He didn't sit on the beacon. This guy's taking the beacon right in front of him. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna keep using the heal here because these guys keep hitting me. Are we playing TDM here or Beacon Rush? What's going on? I don't know what red team's doing. They just gave us all the beacons. And then I killed that guy. We're gonna hit this guy with an orbital strike, I guess. Fastest game ever. Well, that guy goes. I don't even know what to make of this game. It started off really weird. Okay, first spot. I'm gonna get rid of the Raven only because this Raven build's really weak. The build itself. Let's try to get this guy. Where did that guy go? There was a guy here. I'm gonna hit that player. Oh, you know what? It was probably an Imugi, right? This guy? It might be. I'm just trying to get to this beacon here because these guys will probably give it to me. Blinding. Yep, they gave it. I'm so tempted to actually drop in with a Nodens, but I know that's a really bad idea. Like, over there. Oh, wait, this is domination. I can't. Auto reload button. Yeah, they have actually tried that, but I think if they do that, they have to nerf some weapons. For example, they would need to nerf, like, Punishers. Like, Punishers, Avengers, Tempest. You know, all those weapons that where it takes a longer time to reload, they would actually need to nerf them damage wise, because otherwise you would be doing far more damage per minute than like other weapons. So I think that's also why they may not have included that. I understand why players want it. Like, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying that if they did that, they would need to nerf, which I know players wouldn't want. Let's try to get rid of this guy. Raven did pretty decent damage. Yeah, I wouldn't run that though. I will show you which I would run like later on. I'm gonna hit that guy there with that, just to kind of slow him down. I think they're gonna kill me here. My last stand wouldn't matter. I was trying to see if I could change that beacon. How many times have I gotten that lower beacon? We're losing it again. I think that's like, I've got it like 3 times, no? We lost at that bottom beacon again. And there's 2 guys there. Oh, geez, we only have 1 beacon. Let's see if we can maybe make our way over here. We still only have 1 beacon. Wow. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can maybe get this up. Yep. There we go. Okay, we got their home. We have 3 now. This is good. I'm gonna see if I can perhaps try to go for this bottom one, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. I think that guy's gonna kill me. I'm trying to heal here. Get around the corner. Yikes! Let's go for this one. We turned it white though. We lost this beacon again. Actually, wait, we lost the right one again too. Man, I totally lost my weapon there. I couldn't heal fast enough. Yikes! Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. There's no ways I can survive this. So we have 3 players left now. Yeah, this Nodens is dead. There's no ways I'm going to survive. He's going to go in a flight, right? Yep, he went into flight. I'm dead. He's going to blind me. I'm dead. Pretty sure it's universal for... Why would they need to nerf Punishers? They suck already. They don't get the 40%. No, I'm just saying that if you go through... Oh my gosh, I had 11 beacons that game and we lost. And they were down a player too. This is where I have to go through the hangars to see if they are MK3. I mean, this guy is maxed out or close to max. See what I mean? A lot of times players say it's because they're not maxed out, but I mean, they have the hangars, they just don't hold down the beacons. I don't know what. You haven't tried 64 bits. Oh, you guys are still talking about emulators? Yeah, emulators in general are very unstable. It doesn't matter which one. You could be using LD Player, you could be using Mimu, BlueStacks. I could go through the entire list. I've had some players tell me that BlueStacks is amazing. It's stable, best graphics, smooth. And well, when I ran it, I crashed. It just crashed my OBS. It crashed everything. I had to restart Windows. That's how bad it was. But it worked for them. You know what? I actually also think it honestly depends on your CPU as well. It seems generally to be more stable on Intel chips, from what I'm seeing. So if you have Intel, then you're good. Because I have AMD, and man, these guys have actually weaker bots than we do, and they held down beacons more than we did. And they were a player down, and they still won. Yeah, they literally have weaker hangars than we do. You glad you don't use the Nodens? Well, this is the thing. I should have maybe dropped it earlier, but I don't know where my teammates were. I don't know if they left or like what happened there. That was weird. So now you can see why I sometimes need... Yeah, so if you just joined the live stream, the reason why I'm live streaming today is because I was recording Dream Hangars yesterday. It was around about mid-afternoon. And then there was the update. Okay, so usually when there's an update, the game tends to be very glitchy. You get a lot of disconnects, other glitches and bugs happening for the next like 48 hours. Also, the matchmaking is longer because you can only be matched with others who have downloaded and installed the latest update. Like, I can't play with someone who, has the older update. Technically, they can't play the game until they update. And because of the longer wait times, it would take me longer to get my footage. And usually, on average, it can take anywhere between 6 to 8 hours for me to record the footage for both hangars. That doesn't include like the editing time as well. So I wasn't going to get it all done. It would have been too much of a rush. So I figured maybe I'll try this instead. Where I kind of run some games and see how this goes. And then, well, what I'm doing is I'm only covering one Dream Hangar because I'm not going to be able to cover two in the 2 hour span. So we'll do just one, and then I'll run it for like an hour or so. And then I'll show you what changes I would have made to the hangar. And then you can see the difference. Because this way I think players actually learn more this way. But it depends. If you guys prefer the other way, I can always do the other way. What is this guy? I think this is like a... What is that? Oh. Oh, that was a good hit. I gotta use a heal here. Oh man, my last tank got triggered. They broke the Hellburner. Yes, you were saying. I gotta get rid of this first. Oh, we actually got him. Oh, we got him with the orbital strike. Okay, a couple of things I'm going to point out actually with this build. So I want you to watch the two lower weapons, which are the fainters. Because I'm going to be constantly reloading. This is why I think this build is not very efficient. So you'll see me fire like the spear, but then I'm reloading on the fainter. And it takes a while to reload with that. Man, this game is like the other game, except now it's in reverse. And I mean, it's not like they have weak players, eh? They actually have really strong players on the other side. I mean, they have a Gods player here. I think I saw someone else on this side here. I'm just gonna keep on jumping, so at least I have that that stealth. I'm busy reloading. I'm gonna die. This Raven's gonna die. But at least we got our beacons held. Oh, wait. I'm gonna hit him with the orbital strike here, just to kind of slow him down so we can get this beacon. Oh, I was gonna try to heal him up. Yikes! I'm just gonna empty my clip here first. You know, one thing you're noticing, so a lot of players say that the Mender is really overpowered because you can heal all your health, which I can kind of see from their perspective, but you notice how if you don't have an absorber shield, how quickly your health drops when you do get hit, and you can't actually heal that fast enough. That's really important. That's a big difference between something like this and like the Demeter. That's why I think the Demeter overall is a lot stronger healer. Like overall, maybe not healing, like the actual healing, I think the Mender is stronger, but as an overall bot, I think the Demeter is stronger. Because that absorber shield makes a huge difference. Okay, I think we're gonna get this beacon here, right? He should have stayed on this beacon. I'm not sure why he left. Maybe he's gonna push another... Yeah, I think he should have stayed on this beacon. I'm gonna try to hold this down, but I think this guy's gonna kill me. One thing I have on my side is that these weapons of his take a while to reload. Okay, so he got me there. I'm wondering if... Let's see if I can do this. He's probably gonna end up killing me. It's more just to hold this beacon down. We held it down though. He might have killed me, but we held it down. That's the main thing. Someone needs to hold this beacon down here. That's why we're losing our beacons. I'm out. Hi, Landon. When do I think the new series is coming out? When the event starts. We got the update, but all the files and everything for that update is in the file that we were playing right now. It hasn't been activated. It's all hidden. So if you don't see it, it's because it hasn't been... We're still on the current event. The current event needs to end. We have like, what, 4 days or something left? So just to kind of give you an idea of how I usually select, when I select my Dream Hangar videos, like the games, this game itself, I wouldn't have shown, not because I lost. I oftentimes show like losers as well, or losses rather. I wouldn't have shown it because it wouldn't have really showcased that that Nodens build the way that I would have wanted. Okay, the reason why I dropped it in there was more just to hold down the beacon. So that kind of gives you an idea of how many games I need to play in order to showcase something. And I could be in a game where maybe I only use 3 bots and I might score like 15 million or something. I won't show that game because I didn't show the rest of the hangar. So I'm very, very picky when it comes to what I decide to show. What is the difference between Ao Jung and Imugi? So the Ao Jung, when you go into flight, you have that stealth and you have the fire coming out from it. You know, it has a built-in weapon, a flamethrower. When it lands, it doesn't leave a teleport. Like the Imugi is more, actually, I would say the Imugi is more like the Nightingale. Okay, so when you go in a flight, you have that stealth. You can hit the players. You create a portal, and then when you land, you create another portal, and you can teleport in between the two. Hi, Aaron. Looks like we might be going against someone of a full squad here. Yeah, so this would be another game that I most likely wouldn't post, because I know the game would end up being... It would end up going down really quickly. So I just burn through my bots. And being that I'm not running like all meta, or at least weaker builds, this would be a game that I wouldn't show. So it kind of gives you an idea of like how many games I need to play for that. That's why I said between 6 to 8 hours is what it usually takes for me. Yeah, showcasing a game with a sub-optimal hang is very hard. Yeah, that's what it takes. Like I said, I wasn't kidding. When it takes me between 6 to 8 hours of recording, and then I have to edit afterwards too. But the editing's not so bad. I'm trying to get this guy down to his last stand at least. There we go. Man, if we had Magnetars and Pulsars on you, that Typhon I think would have actually been dead. There's no ways he would have survived that. Okay, well, we got him with that. This guy I can't hit because my weapons are reloading the whole time. Let's try to do this maybe. No, I'm not using Immune Amplifier, but I might use it for the second half of the stream. We can try it and see if it makes a difference. These guys are smart. They have a Demeter. So this is the other thing too. You notice how, because we're playing against a squad, you notice they don't have Menders. They have a Demeter. That's the other indicator that the Demeter is a lot stronger. So you see how quickly my health is dropping? Not because that is an angler. It's just that this doesn't have a shield. Because it doesn't have a shield, it's taking damage too quickly. I can't heal fast enough. Even with the Mender's ability and the advanced repair, it won't be able to heal. And you actually saw that in the other game too. The other one on Abyss map, same thing happened. This guy's gonna blind me. I can't do anything about this guy. Oh, actually, wait. I'm trying to get our home beacon back here. Do we have it? We have it. Hi, Frederick. Figured I'm gonna do some damage, better than no damage. Full squad 3 times in a row. Yeah, Glow, did you have a really high win percentage though? Because when you have a very high win percentage, that is one way that you start losing. You go through a crazy losing streak. Because I think my win percentage might be pretty high. This guy just left. Ooh. So why did this one leave? Is it because he's going up against his clanmates? I'm just going to point it out. Yeah, I don't like seeing this. Because it looks like he left. He basically screwed over his team because he's running against his clanmates. That's what it looks like anyways. Also, guys, don't forget, if you enjoyed this kind of format for Dream Hangars, let me know, because I can turn this into rather a live stream, which I think is actually a more accurate representation for like your Dream Hangar, and I think I can be more helpful when it comes to how I would change things. So if you enjoy this kind of format, make sure to leave a thumbs up so that I know. Otherwise, I'm just going to revert back to the other format, which is shorter, and I understand why players rather prefer that, because it being shorter. But if it doesn't really represent, you know, realistically, then I think, oops, I think this guy's going to end up killing me. Or actually, maybe not. We got him, but I'm going to die here. I've got 5,000. Hey, Iceman. Yep. That went down fast. Wait a minute. What is... I'm gonna get rid of this first. I'm just trying to hold down this beacon here because we need... I'm actually not sure what my teammates are doing. I know they back there somewhere. I can't even jump. I was trying to jump. Jump. I got locked. I should try my own Dream Hangar. I have done that before, so that's why I don't do it. Because otherwise, like, I don't want every week to be my Dream Hangar. I want others to have their Dream Hangar too, so they can see how it does. I think more benefit from that. I'm trying to see if I can maybe get that guy back there. This Mender's gonna be it's gonna be dead soon. I'm only using the Mender here at center to hold this beacon down because we only have 2 beacons and we were gonna lose it. No one was going for this one. So you see what happened? We have 4 guys around center, but no one actually stayed on this beacon to hold it down. That is a... well, we're not gonna say what that is. We won't go over that. When players complain why they lose, that's why. We'll just leave it at that. You mean my Dream Hangar? Why I don't want to show it? Because it will actually win games, you mean? Not necessarily. I'm trying to see where to spawn in so that I can at least push a beacon here, because like even when I get a beacon, it seems like my teammates don't want to hold those beacons down. Okay, so I think we should be able to get the center now, surely, right? I mean, it's open. There we go. No one's on that right. I think maybe I should push this left here. I'm gonna have an ability soon, so I might be able to do that. Although there's someone on my right flank. I'm gonna hit that guy there, back there, with an orbital strike. That might get rid of him. There we go. I'm actually not sure where I'm going to drop my Nodens in, because I wanted to drop it over here somewhere. Wait, he's not going to get this beacon. I'll hit him with the orbital strike. That might help. He's dead. Surely. Yikes! I don't know where to drop my Nodens now, because we're giving up the center again. We have 2 guys there, but they weren't on the beacon, so they gave it up again. I guess I can drop in over here. So the thing with the Nodens is you don't want to drop your Nodens right on a beacon unless you are trying to hold that beacon down. And there's a good chance you're going to win. I'm trying to stay back here if I can. I have to move over here because my teammate needs my help. Trying to suppress that player. Trying to keep this luchador alive here. I'm just looking to see if there's any other titans on my team. We'll give this guy a heal. That might be a titan, right? Let's just heal this guy. I think this game's going to be over. You know what I think I should have done with this this Nodens is to use a self-fix. So this game might have been used. Maybe. We'll run another game and then let's see, what time is it? We might run like 1 or 2 more games and then I might make some adjustments to like the modules and stuff and possibly the weapons. Like I want to change that Raven build. You can't win unless the team knows. Well, that's what I mean. That's why even if you had a maxed out Hangar, even if you had 5 anglers or 5 nethers, doesn't mean you're gonna win. If your teammates don't know how to hold down beacons or go get beacons for that matter, you're gonna lose anyways. Zero communication. Momo, in all honesty, I think if they had voice comms, I think the game would be just as bad, because the thing is, you know how players are, like quite often players will be like, you know, I'm a really good player, I know what I'm doing. So if you take that kind of mindset and that mentality and you put all of those players on comms, you can only imagine what's going to happen. Like one guy's going to yell at the other one saying, dude, you don't even know how to play. And everyone's like, follow me, we need to do this. Now, if you take 6 players with that kind of mindset and you put them on comms, you can only imagine what's going to happen. I'm just telling you how it is, because that's how it is. You won't see much communication, like much teamwork. It's about ego. Do you think with Sirius the players will break damage records? Maybe. It depends on what drones do. You know, I know they've shown like the drones and stuff on like test servers, but they might change some of the things. One of the reasons why players were getting such extreme scores before was because, like with Nebula, you know, like you heal, you have all that resistance, all the healing. If you take that away, then the scores will kind of drop naturally. Would fail to lack of ability to understand one another. Yeah, and also you have to kind of also factor in things like when you're playing, you're not necessarily playing with everyone from your region kind of thing. So like there might be someone from Asia, there might be someone from Europe, so there might be language barriers too. I just know this because, like, again, like, you know, when I play Fortnite and stuff, the players are really toxic on comms. And some of them are like, we need to do this. Like, oh my gosh, you didn't get my reboot. We're gonna die now. And I'm like thinking, dude, you seriously want me to run 1 vs 3 into a group of players to get your reboot? Not exactly the smartest thing. You know what I mean? So there will always be players who think they know better because they've been playing for longer. Trying to be successful in a kid's game is comical. I don't even know what's going on in the chat. There seems to be a lot of toxic whatever. I find it kind of funny that they bring it to me. Why don't you go take it to Pixonic's channel? To the War Robots channel. Why do you have to bring it to my channel? I should charge them for it. We have like a toxic jar. Every time they do that, they have to donate. You see, Damo is saying they're toxic. See, exactly. That's what I'm saying, and it's a free game. So don't come bring your pay to win stuff to me, because I'm making comparisons with a free game here, and it's actually worse on the free game. So you can only imagine if they had this on here. And on top of that, we'll have more lag. So sorry, man, but I don't want more lag. They need to fix the lag, let alone bring more lag. With design chat, yeah, if they had like pings and stuff, then I can understand that, as long as it's not, you can't spam it too many times. Because the last thing I want on the screen is some guy spamming beacon A or whatever. Guys, oh my gosh, guys. Like, can you move out the way, please? Thank you. I was gonna try to go for this right beacon, but I kind of got blocked. Oh, dude. Now I'm getting blocked by this guy. I gotta run this way. He's gonna give up this beacon to us because he used his ability, right? I'm sure, right? How did he hold down that beacon? Oh, we don't have. Wait, our guy, I guess he got killed. I thought we had that beacon. That's why he went like that. Man, we could have got that beacon too. What's going on over here? I was gonna jump around the corner. I hit this guy with an orbital strike too. That should help. The other guy might get hit by it too, because it's that area. So they're gonna be moving super slow. Yes, we got like 3 guys with that too, and they dropped in afterwards. Oh, we actually got a rampage with this build. I still wouldn't run it though. That firing rate is really annoying. No friendly fire. Oh my gosh, if you had friendly fire, then I definitely wouldn't be able to play this game. Because I'd get someone trolling me, killing me in my spawn before I even get out. You know what? I think they actually had friendly fire before a long time ago, and then they scrapped it because it was really bad for the game. Because I think players were trolling, like, in their tests. And they were doing what I just mentioned. So they decided not to have it. I think that was what happened. Had to use the heal here. I can't heal up fast enough. Run! This guy's still gonna kill me. Almost killed him. Oh shoot, I didn't know that these were Titans. Yikes. I'm trying to get onto this beacon here so that we don't give it up. One of them died. Man, this guy's pushing me. Yes, Titan Slayer. Wait a minute, we lost our home? Friendly fire? Yeah, I think they had friendly fire a long time ago. This was when they tested. I think it was in Walking War Robots days. I think they tried it and players were trolling, I think. They tried different... oh, shoot. Different things. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna so die here. There's no ways. Whoa! He's squishing me. I wonder if I drop in there, actually, could I kill him with my Nodens? Maybe. This is actually really bad because I don't have any protection here. And I wanted to drop this in now rather than later. But I think that was a mistake. What I didn't know was that there were 2 luchadors. I knew there was one. I could have killed one, but yeah. I think we should get this beacon now. This guy should get... they dropped in here. Most angler players... I wouldn't be surprised. What is it? 60%? What was I told? 60% of most of the... like the clans from Android and Steam. Like the top clans. Well, they call themselves top clans. Not really top clans. They're using saddle hacks. From my understanding. Now, I don't know about iOS. I think it's harder to do on iOS. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. I think it's possible, but just more work. But from my understanding, 60% on Android and Steam. That's a pretty big number. That I'm gonna see if I can try to get this player here with the orbital strike, just to kind of slow him down. Hi, Ricardo. Can't survive the Reds. Dude, I won't even be able to survive my own team, let alone the Reds. I got more problems to deal with. I don't need my teammates to be another one. I'm just saying. I want to run to get this other beacon here, but I'm not going to have an ability, right? Or actually, wait, I will. Run! Okay, we got 4 beacons. This is good. Somehow we have 5 players. I'm gonna deal with this angler. See if I can try to kill him. He's gonna use his ability here soon. Nope. 60% are clans, yeah. Pixonic doesn't like me saying that. They better fix it. You gotta advertise what the game is, right? Well, this game went south real fast. They have an oh, jeez. 60% feels about right. Yeah, that's what I'm being told. That was also a lot of beacon grabbing. So that game was actually pretty decent. I might have actually shown this game too. You know, so I ran a couple of games and then I kind of gauged to see how it does. Okay, so that was pretty much the first hour of this hangar. In case you missed it, this is the Dream Hangar that I'm showcasing today. Okay, so we have the Fenrir, Ravana, Mender, Raven, Hellburner and Nodens. And you can see like the setups they have here. So one change that I've like personally that I would have changed would be this build over here. I don't like the combination of these two. I think if you're gonna use spear, then try maybe use like pulsar. I think it would just work better. Like not just the reload, just like the firing mechanic. It's just I find this combination really odd. But let's run like what I prefer, what I would have rather have run instead. Okay, so these weapons are older, but old doesn't mean necessarily bad. But I would have run this combination instead. Because I think the combination in terms of like the actual reload, you also have more range too. So not only do you have a better reload mechanic, you have more range. And I think this would have been a lot more efficient. Okay, so I think this would have worked. We could try... Some were asking me, what about like immune amplifiers? So we could try that. We'll try it and see if you notice a difference. I will run maybe like... Let's see, which one is this one? We could run 2. Do you guys want me to run 2? We can run 2 or we can run 1. What do you guys think? I think this one I'm gonna change. Let's see if I... I'm really tempted to try the self-fix. Yeah, let's use Titan Anti-Control. Because I think I actually tried this combination before and I was like, you know what? It's actually not that bad. I think it was this combination. Which Asian land? I'm actually originally from South Africa. I'm Chinese, but I'm originally from South Africa. I was born there and I lived there for 15 years. And then I moved to Canada. Pulsars on ice, you run them on your Ravana. I guess you could run it on Ravana. I wouldn't personally run it though. Okay, we'll see if it makes a difference. We'll see if it makes a noticeable difference. What you guys have requested. Maybe it does. I don't know. These are just the things that I do when I like do the Dream Hangars. And sometimes I have to adjust things before I record it. That's why it takes me so long to do, you know, these kinds of videos. Although this is a live stream. Like I can look into like optimizing builds a lot more better this way. And I think this way it's also better for like the viewer who requested the Dream Hangar, because they can see the changes that I've made, and I'm sure others will benefit from it too. I'm not going to go to the right side. I actually want to get to this left side here first. Ooh, this guy just got smoked by a Hellburner. I mean, we had more players in the gap area. I could get rid of my range. So the other benefit of these weapons is you're able to lock players down too. So you notice like the reload mechanic, how different that is. This is why I would prefer this kind of build. Trying to lock these guys down. So wait, why are these guys so passive? Like, what's going on? We're playing against a clan here. Like, am I not seeing something or what? That's a scorpion. They're trying to get to me, but they can't. And now they're dead. We have a couple of guys going to the gap here. Do you see the difference between this build and the other build, guys? This is why I would have preferred this build. Now you can kind of see. And if I'm doing this live, even more so it's not like cherry picked. This guy's just getting smoked. I'm trying to target that ether there because he's taking on a ton of damage. He's almost dead. Just trying to get to this gap here. I'm gonna jump backwards to that. Oh wait, we got that beacon. This guy's almost dead too. I might be able to get this guy down to his last. Oh, his last stand has been triggered. He's almost dead. This is such a weird game. I'm not sure what's going on. Did they just turn... I'm not saying that they hacked, but after I made that comment, it's just kind of funny how the game all of a sudden, like, because we're going up against a squad here. Or do I have a squad on my team? I don't. I don't even know what's going on. One of those... Not saying they hacked, by the way, just saying. It's just funny that after I made that comment. Oh, you know what? I should go there so I can heal all these guys up. Because they're taking on some crazy damage. Like this guy in front of me here. Oh, he's got a little spider. Well, I'm hiding in this luchador's corpse. Uh-oh. I'm trying not to get my last stand triggered here. Let's just move this way. I think I should try to go for this beacon. Oh, no. Okay, wait. Maybe not. Oh my gosh, he almost killed me. Almost. This guy might though. Uh-oh. That was a Raker. Yeah, that was a Raker. The Raker did get a buff though. We need to get another beacon. I'm gonna go for this one here. Because we're losing all our beacons now. We had such a big lead. I mean, we still have a lead. Look at the beacon bar. But if we give up our beacons, the game's gonna be over. Okay, let's get this one. I'm gonna get this one here. I'm gonna hit that area with an orbital strike just to kind of slow them all down by their beacon. Hopefully. I'll get this side. Sirius got released on the live server. I don't know how that's possible. Because the event hasn't even started yet. If you mean the update has arrived, the update has arrived. But we don't have the Sirius yet, from my understanding. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. That guy's gonna kill me. I'm trying to get this guy down to his last stand. We won, though. And we went up against a squad. I have no idea what was going on. That was a weird game. I mean, these guys, they do have... I mean, they are maxed out. Okay, maybe not their weapons, but still, maxed out. Maxed out bots. No money to Pixonic. I'm not even sure what you're talking about. Are you talking about the whole boycott thing? I don't think it's gonna work. I have my reasoning as to why. Because I remember this was a while back when our clan was more active. Some of the clans came to us and they wanted us to join. And I kind of laughed at the idea because... Not laughing at them, but more at the idea because they've tried it before. And when they did try it, I think it was when drones were still coming to the game. You know, all these clans had come with a pact or whatever that they're not going to use it. That deal only lasted for 30 minutes. And what happened was one clan spotted the other clan using drones. And they lost. So you know what happens. So because they lost, then all deals, all bets were off. So the other clans started using drones and then they all just bought into it. And then I think it was with Titans or something. I can't remember what it was. It was something else. We got another update. And the same thing happened. So all these clans came together and then they asked me again. And I was like, are you joking? Remember last time? It didn't even last 30 minutes. I said, how long is this one going to last? 5 minutes? So anyways, they're like, no, this time it's really, really different. Well, within like the first 5 minutes of the update or whatever going live, the one clan, they bought something that they said they wouldn't, and they started running. All bets were off within the first 5 minutes, and I was just laughing. I'm like, see? The thing is, players, at the top, a lot of them have very big egos, and they have to win. If they lose, that's when they spin. This is how it goes. So that's why I don't see that working. You'll see what I mean when it happens. It's more the psychology of those players. Can we get one detonation maybe? Oh, ooh, that, yeah, that was quite a... He's like, oh, shoot. I mean, he will blind me, but I'll still hit him. Oh, shoot. We killed him. Or, well, not me alone. I mean, we did deal with him, but man. Whatever works. No harm in trying. Well, I mean, they tried, I guess. Failed miserably, though. So wait, I've been going for beacons all this time, but we gave up all our beacons? How did that work? Also, why we only have 4 players? Well, this ain't gonna go well. They're in our spawn? What is going on here? We may want to get like another beacon quick. Just saying. Trying to see if I can get this player here. Ego spending. Yeah, that's what it is. But you'll see what I mean when it happens. Okay, we have 3 beacons. We have that going for us. We need to push another beacon though. That's why I think a lot of the clans, just to kind of prove my point, a lot of the clans, they are cheating now, right? Because they're losing. So that's why they cheat. It's an ego thing. Man, this Mender is actually really weak. Not having that absorber shield makes a huge difference. Incoming! Mind you, that Hellburner, even though it's a Hellburner, we actually did a lot of damage. You see how much damage I did to that angler? I think I caught him by surprise. The minute I hit him, he's like, oh shoot, better use ability. I'm gonna have to go this way. Yes. Except we lost all our beacons. Ah, shoot. Going up against my big brother. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this fight. There's no ways. The stream lags like crazy. That might actually even be on YouTube side, because YouTube, when was it, last night when I was streaming, it was lagging really bad. Yeah, Lone's saying that there's no lag on his side. Looks like we were down a player too. Pay for revenge. The Hellburner, yeah, dies. I was using the Hellburner. I was like, doesn't seem like it's glitched. So it looks like it was fixed. Good thing I actually turned this into a live stream, because if I did a video, then it would have been glitched, right? And they're still losing. That's when they realize what they actually lack. Hi, gaming. So what do you guys think? The difference in that Raven? It's quite a significant difference, right? In that build. So we're using the pulse on pulse on the magnetars, not the fainter and the spear. Like, I know those weapons are newer weapons, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's better. In this case, you can see the pulse on magnetar is far superior. So that's why, you know, I kind of like this kind of format more than like the video format that I was doing, because this way you can actually see the struggles in a live stream rather than me cherry picking a game, if that makes sense. Coolest looking weapon, like the Ardent Viper. That is a good weapon, the Ardent Viper. I like the pulsar. Pay for calm your ego down. Look at the wait times, man. This is the thing when I play in the mornings. So these the Sinister Pulsar, these weapons here I kind of like. Those are really cool looking. And you know, when you fire this, there's an animation for it too. It has a really cool animation. Slow, I'm not trying other builds right now. I'm just focused on this Dream Hangar over here. Because if I start doing other requests like what you guys want, it's no longer Dream Hangar's live stream. So yeah, I'm trying to stay on topic. We can do that for another stream. Yeah, if you think this format is a lot better and you guys get like more value out of it, make sure leave a thumbs up. This way I kind of know that you enjoy this content more. And then we can maybe even switch to this, because I was thinking, you know, what I could do is, so I could do one, you know how I usually do 2 Dream Hangars in my videos? Maybe I could do like Thursday the first Dream Hangar, and then Friday I do the second one, because I think players could learn a lot more from me this way. Because then you can see like how I balance my builds, how I adjust like the modules based on what I'm seeing when I'm playing. You don't have iOS and Android, probably Steam and stuff too. Yeah, that's kind of the reason why I had to change my... So I was actually recording this yesterday. It was around about, I think, 11:30. 11:30 in the morning. And then I was reading in Pixonic's chat, someone mentioned that, you know, the update or whatever. And I'm like, there's an update? Because I was actually recording and I didn't see the screen. And then within the next hour or so, it hit my region. And then I had to update the game. So when I updated the game, I was like thinking, oh man, so if I update the game now, so not only are there going to be bugs and glitches, because that usually comes with an update, the next 48 hours is like pretty much really unstable. But on top of that, the matchmaking, you know, it's going to take a lot longer. I wonder how this is going to go. I mean, we have a lot of anglers here. We did hit one, but they're going to be roasting me up. Ooh, we did a lot of damage to that guy. He went down. Yeah, we... Actually, I'm looking at their health. I think this guy here, but I'm not sure if that's all from me though. Look at his health. I wouldn't have been able to pull that off with the other build. I'm just jumping here so I have a little bit of stealth. He's almost dead. This guy's hitting me though. Yeah, they don't like me at all. I'm gonna hit this guy with an orbital strike. Yes! I need a heal. Double kill! Oh man, these guys are all targeting me. They probably know they're time dropping. Should you buy the ether to replace? Definitely. Yeah, the ether is a lot stronger right now. You could also wait and try to see if you can get the Sirius, because I think that's going to be very strong. But you know what I generally say, like with a new robot or like a Titan, it's actually better to kind of wait and don't get it straight away, because they come out with the limited edition versions of them, and the limited edition versions are actually better because you have more health. It has 10% more durability. I'm going to hit that area with an orbital strike, and I think that ether's going to get hit by it too. It's kind of like that area. Yeah, so he won't be able to move. Oh man, that guy's feathers. I just saw feathers. Oh. Can you access drones? No, I don't think so. Not yet. So the update that we have, you might not see drones and stuff. You know, the update, like the new content, it's actually in the file. It just hasn't been activated yet. So it's invisible to the players, but it is there. They're just making sure that everything is like stable first before they start releasing or making that active. I'm trying to heal this guy here. I mean, we are healing the... that luchador's gonna die. There's no ways. Ooh, I'm gonna die here. I can't hold this off. This kind of attack. I hit them with an orbital strike there, but I don't think that's gonna help much. Yikes! We got a Titan Slayer. Yo, yo, yo. Left side, bro. Oh, jeez, I'm gonna get killed. Totally. I'm trying to move this way. I'm getting hit by like 3 orbital strikes here. The new black market chest. I didn't check. Like, what's... Oh, they changed, like, the prizes? There we go. We killed an angler with a Ravana. Trying to knock this guy's shield down. But it takes a while. So remember when I said at the start of the stream, the reason why I run 2 nuclear amps on here is so I can reach the 95 stacks quicker. So on the left side of my screen, you see the number 44. Those are my stacks. We need to try to get to 95 to do that maximum damage. But if I run like... So we're at 60 now. See, because I'm running 2 of them. So it hits it. I should be able to get to 95 quicker if I survive. But that's kind of... I don't know if I'm going to survive here. We've only got 3 players left. This guy's going to kill me, I think. Just trying to knock his shield down. Wish they announced the update after the activation. No, they don't always do that. The thing is, they need to test. I mean, they can activate. The thing is, if they activate it, the players are going to be wondering, why is the game changing, right? So better to announce it before, and then this way players know what to expect. Oh, I'm going to look at that thing. All things considered, we did pretty decent against a full squad here too. The black market. So which one do they change? This one? Or the prizes? Actually, wait. Let me look at the this one. Yeah, so one of the comments that I made like a while back, I wouldn't have put regular versions of a robot in the super chest. They still haven't listened to me. I still would not have done. Okay, so they started off really good here. I wouldn't have put the Seraph in this. They should have put the unknown Seraph, right? Because this is what makes it special. Like the Harpy, remove these. Siren, being that we don't have like a limited edition version, I would keep this maybe. But everything else should be the limited edition versions. Like this one here, remove. Like only put limited edition versions because it's a super chest. So it's like special. They should have done that instead. Oh my gosh, I thought I clicked on the wrong thing. I'm looking at all the platinum. I was like, whoa, that's a lot of platinum. Oh, ooh. That seems like they're giving away more platinum. From what I recall, there was only like one prize that was platinum right before. Wasn't it like only 5 and 10 or something? That's a pretty big change there. Orion, Monarch. Ooh. That's kind of good changes. But is it the same as before, or that's a lot of pilots? Or is it just reorganizing it? Like it was always like that before, but they're organizing all the mothership thing. You know what I mean? Like in groups. Yeah, so they have limited edition versions here. Stellar, Freedom, Unknown. Yeah, so you see what they're doing here? They have the right idea. These are all limited edition, right? I think so. Scatty. Gold is the same. I'm just scrolling to the start here. Oolong, Gargantua, Pantagruel. We don't have limited edition versions of that. Oh, they still kind of have it here. Yeah, I think they should remove like Lantern and Dazzler. Just keep the Scavenger Lantern and the Scavenger Dazzler. Keep it all limited edition version of like weapons and stuff here. And then for the other one, have the robots. I think those are the changes I would make. But this one definitely, because the thing with this is the part that I don't like, kind of like what they've got. Like they have a Skyros here and they have a Freedom Skyros. This is a super chest. With time, you'll be able to build like a Skyros or whatever in the regular workshop. So that means it's not really special anymore. At least for me, that's what I would have done. Thank you, Michael. Angler, Demeter, Cloaking. Or not at all, up to you, who cares really. Thank you so much for your donation. Michael, what you can do is after the stream is done, in the comment section, you could give me your like Dream Hangar. Post your Dream Hangar, and then I can consider that maybe for like next week. We'll see. Because I take a look at all the Dream Hangars and then I kind of do it that way. But yeah, if you guys like the idea of me doing live streams like this, where I run your Dream Hangar and then I make changes to it so you can see the comparison and you can see all of this being done in like real time. Because I think actually, you know, players can get more value out of this. And if you ask me questions, then I can always answer it back, like if I catch your comment. So I think there's more value for like players this way. Raven with okay, we can run that build, but I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't run it. The build I'm running right now is a lot stronger, like hands down. We're not even, there's no comparison. Your messages are getting deleted. In the live chat. I'll run this, but I don't know if I really if I should run this. Do you want me to run this? Because if I start doing this, it's not gonna be like a Dream Hangars thing. It's not gonna be structured how I would want it to do. Because then I'm gonna be showing you a build that's not good, and then players are gonna be building this when I rather they build something strong. Because then they blame me for running a weak build. You know what I mean? I always get blamed for stuff like that. It's like, you said like this build was good. I was like, no, I didn't. Like, I would actually tell players not to build it, and then of course they build it, and then they complain they wasted all their resources on stuff. So I mean, I can run it, but I already know what the outcome's gonna be. The outcome's not gonna be good. Not compared to the Pulsar and the Magnetars. Thank you, Dennis. Yeah, make sure to leave a thumbs up. They are not showing. I have no idea, Devil. It might be YouTube. YouTube has been really messing up lately on my channel. I don't know what. So, like, when I schedule videos and I put like a pinned comment, like the night before, usually when it publishes, my pinned comment should show up straight away. In some cases, it doesn't even show up. It like takes like 4 hours before it shows up. And I'm like, why is this showing twice? Or like, where's my comment? Like, I put it there and it's gone. Stick to my plan. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to show this then because it's not a good build. Yeah. See, some are saying not to run. Yeah, I'm not going to run it. I don't think I'm going to run it. The other build is a lot stronger. This way, players build something that is strong that works. Because it's been proven, the other build is not that good. Like, I've run it during streams. I can do it for another stream, but definitely not for this one. I'll stick to what I have here. Okay, we'll run another. Let's run another one. I'm not going to do free for all because not many players play free for all. I know there are some that play it, but I don't think I'm going to run that. If I wanted to play free for all, I wouldn't run the hanger that I'm using right now. Put it that way. They're okay. Yeah, but the thing is, when players build a strong hanger, they don't want to run an okay build, you know what I mean? They want to run a very powerful build so that they can do well in the games. So that's why I don't recommend. I rather recommend something that works very well, or at least somewhat good, rather than something that's mediocre, because then you're gonna waste. I mean, you already know, like, it takes a while to get all the resources to level something up. So it doesn't make sense for me to recommend something that is okay. You know, I rather recommend something that's good versus okay. I hope that my team holds this beacon down here. They're all hiding behind cover. Where is everyone? I'm gonna see if I can try to do a double jump to the other side. So the other benefit of this build, you see how quickly that guy's health dropped? He's now dead. This is why I run this build. Like, I wouldn't run the Fainter or the Spear. It's just a really bad combo, I think. And that's a nether, by the way. So we killed, like, we got an angler and a nether. Let's just do this. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to drop this straight away. Oh, actually, wait. Maybe it's a good thing. It's a good accident. I'm trying to get behind cover here. I can't heal up fast enough. Because they're hitting me with like orbital strikes and stuff too. Ooh. You know what? I should try to consider putting a self-fix on here. Because my heals aren't working. Are they even working? Let me just see. I think that was one of the things. They are working. It's just not a lot of health. Yeah, so maybe I should consider putting... Let's just link to this guy. I think maybe consider putting like a self-fix on here. I'm gonna actually try that the next game. I know when I'm the only Nodens on my team, generally I tend to put like a self-fix. You know what's kind of interesting about this crew that we were facing right now? They didn't seem that strong earlier. Or is this a different crew? It's the same clan. Don't put Sonics. Actually, no. Sonic weapons are actually pretty effective. I rather use Sonic weapons than the fainter build that I was using earlier. I can't get out of my spawn because this is why I always say brawlers. I would have actually lost my bots even faster if I didn't have the bots that I have now. Range maps are better. Yeah, range maps work. But you know what? Even on smaller maps, because the reload is faster, it's okay. Oh, they got an extra player now. And we were down a player. Yeah, I'm gonna... Let me just try something here, because... Being that we don't have any heals, that is kind of a big deal. So maybe what I need to do is let's try 2 self-fix. Although I think I would have preferred only 1 maybe self-fix with 2 anti-control. But I think they did buff the self-fix. This was a while ago. We can try that and see if that works. Another option here would be actually we can try Sonic weapons. I know you say that Sonic weapons are bad, but I would actually argue that it may be one of the stronger builds for the Raven. So the thing is with the Nessa, when you jump, you go into stealth, and that could actually be very advantageous. You know, when you're like a tank, you could mess him up with this build. But the thing is, you also need your Sonic weapons charged up. I think overall, like if you want to keep your distance, the other build makes more sense. Yeah, I think this might be a better build, but let's try it and let's see how it works. Armor kit still useful, like the basic one? I guess if you have nothing to use, then sure. It depends on what you're running it on too. If you have nothing to use and that's the only thing, then just use it. But I wouldn't level it up to max. I think that's a waste of resources. I would rather save up the resources, even if your bot is a bit weaker. Save up your resources, get like a balance unit or something. You know, or like a repair amplifier, and use that instead. Rather use the silver that you would have spent on armor kits to level up like a balance unit. This might take a while. The matchmaking is slow because the platforms aren't merged. I just want to get the center beacon as quickly as possible here if I can. That's the main thing. Just get the beacon. And make sure this guy doesn't get it. I hope my team stops him though. I did get him down to his last stand. That's the main thing. How are we going to do this? I'm going to use the Fenrir. Stop him. Don't let him get that beacon. Oh my gosh, that was close. We almost let him get it too. We should try to get this beacon quickly. Come on, guys. Get it. Now's the time. There's hardly anyone here. Just trying to keep this guy's shield down. I need a heal. Now we have two of them. Eesh. Let's use a heal. You know what's kind of good though is I almost have my... Did I get that? No, I didn't. I thought I could get my mothership. Oh, I'm not going to be able to survive. I wanted to drop it right over there. You'll do it now. I'll hit them with that. Man, I got stuck. Triple kill. That happened in pretty quick succession too. That's why I said, you know, don't underestimate the Raven with sonic weapons. It's very deadly, actually. I almost thought that guy was going to take a swim. He went down the right side. I was like, is that guy going to fall in the ocean? Do you do upgrades only at 20? Yeah, if you do your upgrades 25% or even 40%, those are when you need to do your upgrades. We're going to have a bit of a problem here. Well, actually not a bit. It could be a big problem. I'm trying to do as much damage to that Minos. I'm gonna end up dying here. I thought my teammates were here, but I guess they... Oh my gosh, they're all the way back. Okay, this is really bad. Trying to see if I can do a staggered shot here to kill this guy. I'm trying to move forward here. We need to get that beacon back. And what I can do is I can hit this guy with that. I need to heal this guy in front of me. I can't heal. Oh, shoot. I couldn't heal him. I didn't have a heal ready. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm gonna end up dying. I'm getting hit by 2. Ooh. Oh, come on. His health. Ooh. That is the end of the hangar. You know what? That Nodens build actually, judging from how I survived in that time span, considering like what was happening, I think it actually is stronger having the 2 self-fix. I'm not sure if 1 is going to be enough. We can try with 1, but I think actually 2 might be the way to go. Tyrants and Devastator. I would use Tyrants and Redeemer. Heal this dude, heal which dude? I couldn't heal the guy in front of me because I didn't have a heal. I didn't have a heal ready. I can't link to him if I don't have a ability ready. Okay, this is gonna be the last game of the stream, guys, because we are at 2 hours here. Typically I release a video on Thursdays instead of it being a live stream, so I guess a bit of a treat. But yeah, if you prefer this kind of format, then I will do the second Dream Hangar tomorrow. I have actually already picked a Dream Hangar for that, so we can do that if you want. I was waiting for this guy to fire his avalanche. That's why I was listening to it. I just need to knock a weapon off. Surely, right? Oh, I tried to heal. Couldn't heal fast enough. Oof. We actually did a lot of damage to this angler. He had to use his ability. He's gonna blind me though. But we got the beacon. Yeah, we got the beacon. We just... Oh, shoot. What's going on over here? Can I drop in with this? I don't know if this is a good idea. Oh, shoot. This guy dropped in behind me. Yikes. I gotta fall back. I'm taking on too much damage. And I can't heal this guy in front because I... Let's just do that. So we are healing, but that's the self-fix that's healing us. I've got to use the heal on myself. Oh. Yeah, you know what? That actually helps, having the 2 self-fix on here. But I think the Nodens needs like a buff. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Well, technically speaking, I go by not necessarily what you feel is best. It's more based on my metrics on my end. More people can join because they're free. Yeah, I can see that. Not on Sundays though. Sundays, it depends on where they are, because if you're like in Asia and stuff, then they're probably working. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the stream, guys. Yeah, let me know if you prefer this kind of format. So the changes that I would have made from when I started the stream, I think this might be better instead of the anti-control. So that was kind of interesting for me to use maybe the immune amplifier. But the reason why I also used anti-control was because not many will have access to it, so I kind of have to keep them in mind. The immune amplifier you can't get right now, not in the store. You can only get anti-control, so that's kind of the reason why. Did I notice a significant difference? Not really. There were cases where you notice a speed. Okay, that was one of the things I noticed, a speed, but it's not like night and day difference, honestly. Like if we're looking at comparing maxed immune amplifier versus maxed anti-control, in all honesty, I think actually there's more value in the anti-control, because the thing with immune amplifier, remember I have this at like max level. In order for this to like work really well with the anti-control, technically speaking, you can get away with like a level 1. So I think if I had to choose in terms of like resources, probably anti-control, for a number of reasons. I mean, it being more accessible, but also you don't have to level it up as much. Okay, so one of the changes, so that was a change that I made in terms of modules. In terms of the Raven, I wouldn't have used Feinter and Spear. I know Feinter and Spear are newer weapons, but when you saw me change it to like the Pulsar and the Magnetar, that was a huge difference. That was night and day. So I think I would rather run that. If you want to go close range brawler, then running the Rust rockets, sonic weapons actually work a lot better than you might think. And I think more players have these weapons, so I think I would have done that. You know what, this Fenrir build, I'm still on the fence with this one. I mean, it can do a lot of damage, but in the games I played, it didn't really do that much. So I'm kind of wondering, how would this compare to something like Flames? I don't know if I would use toxic weapons. Flames are a lot stronger than toxic weapons, so I think I would rather do Ember, Igniter, maybe these, the Rust rockets. Will it make the Fafnir faster? Yes, it will make the Fafnir faster, but I don't think I would build Fafnir at this point. Okay, so this Nodens build was interesting because when I started the stream, what did I have? I think I had 2 Titan anti-controls. No, wait. I had 1 Titan anti-control and I had 2 damage controllers. I don't I wanted to see how the damage controllers would work, because I figured, you know, if I have to engage close range, maybe it might help with the Sonic, like the great damage, but it didn't. Then I tried Titan Anti-Control, 2 Titan Anti-Controls, Onslaught, and the Grand Balance, and I went down really fast. This is the only one actually that where I survived quite a bit. So it's almost like you need 2 Self-Fix units on here now. Yeah, this, they need to buff the Nodens. It's not... Against like the Ethers, the Luchadors, Minos, it stands no chance at all. I mean, I guess if you run the Nodens, you will need to run like more range. But even then, I'm not sure if I would run it. Yeah, new prizes. Clips, yes, I know. I already went through that earlier. Okay, so yeah, I might do the other half of the Dream Hangar tomorrow. So we'll see how maybe that live stream kind of goes. Yeah, like I said, you know what? I actually kind of prefer this kind of approach to Dream Hangars, because this way I'm not like cherry picking. And sometimes players need to see me play it live, and then they will understand why it doesn't work. So for the ones you say, well, my Raijing with trebuchets does a lot of damage, but when you play in the higher levels, you will understand why I say not to build it. You know what? You know what I mean? Like, you will see it in real time. And it makes a very big difference between me just posting cherry pick games. Okay, so anyways, I'm trying to figure out what Yita's doing winners. Are you looking for the winners for the Mugi? Because I posted those winners on, when was it? Tuesday. When will I live stream tomorrow? Probably tomorrow morning. Like 9 or 10. Thanks, Dennis. Yeah, I also think actually players will get more value out of this. So, you know, like one thing that you don't see me, like my thought process when I'm doing Dream Hangars, you know, oftentimes like players will tell me like the weapons, which is actually what I prefer. And then I have the choice of what modules to use. Sometimes you need to see like my thought process. So for example, when we had drones, you know, I would have possibly used, I think what I would have done was I may have run 2 nuclear amps with maybe a last stand, but I may have also used like something like a beak. So you would see me how I, you know, balance like my modules with the drone. You will see the thought process, and if you have questions, you can always ask in the live chat. But I would explain my thought process behind why I choose certain modules with certain bots. You don't get to see that in a video, but you will see me do this during a live stream. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see the other side. And that's the most, honestly, that's the most important part. It's kind of like, how do I explain this? So it's like, because I remember one player, this was a long time ago, they're like, when I watch your video, I don't see the full, like, I don't see much gameplay of the Ravana. Why can't you just show gameplay clips of it? Which I know I'm doing now, but I also show a full game. Because I think it's really important, like, if I show like the Ravana with like, say, Havoc, or let's just say, you know, I'm showing this build here. To me, it doesn't really, like, I can show you what this build can do, like highlight clips of it doing a lot of damage or healing or whatever. That is one side of the equation. When you play the game, you need to know when to drop that bot in, you know, and that's important. But you don't see that in a video. and you don't see it if I just show like highlights of it. Whereas if I'm showing like a full gameplay and I'm explaining it, you get more value out of it. Then you will know when to drop in with that bot, because it does make a big difference. You don't just drop any bot in, because I know some players, they have a certain order that they drop in. I personally wouldn't do it that way. I think players need to learn how to gauge what's happening on the battlefield before they drop in, you know, with their bots or whatever, which makes more sense to me to do it that way. It's kind of like, so if you're fighting in like a real life kind of war, what you're doing is basically telling me, well, I'm going to send my helicopters in, or like the Air Force, then we're going to do like, you know what I mean? You're doing that, but you're not even looking at what's happening on the battlefield. You're trying to predetermine what's going to happen, and that never goes well. You need to see what's actually happening and then react to it, to counter it, rather than trying to predict what's going to happen. Because what happens if the enemy doesn't do what you're thinking of? Thank you, Nat. Are inherent weaknesses certain builds? Yeah, then you can actually see the weakness. So for example, if I run, because you're only seeing like one game, right? But if I'm running like 4 games and then you notice that the Mender build, for example, you thought would be really strong, but it wasn't, you know, in the games you played. But there's going to be a lot of players that's saying that it's really good. But I didn't see that, not in the games that I played. And it just goes to show you how important having an absorber shield to protect the Mender is going to be. Now, this is important information because when drones come back, if you have a Mender, you want to look out for the drones that may potentially have an absorber shield. Okay, because that's going to be crucial for the survivability of this bot. So now you know, and now you start piecing together, and it gives you a guideline of where you need to, you know, what you need to do in order to strengthen your bot. Because I think that's really, really important, because it may not be a bad bot. You know, it might actually be very strong. What it's missing is that absorber shield. So how are you going to compensate? Well, you need to look to see which drones will have it. And then you will go for that one so that you can compensate and balance it out that way. Yeah, now you have the reasons why to go. Yeah, and I think that's really important, because that's part of the learning process. Like even I'm learning. Like maybe today I was wrong about, you know, the immune amplifier. But again, it also, I have to kind of factor in who's watching, because not everyone's going to have access to immune amplifiers. The other thing too is with anti-control, you don't really need to level it up all the way. I mean, it helps, but you could get away with a level 1 anti-control, which makes it a lot more affordable than something like immune amplifier. Does it take only one try to Ajax? No. So when I record Dream Hangars, sometimes I would be recording 6 to 8 hours, depending on what the build, like what the hangar is. On some of the weaker hangars, it can take me a very long time sometimes, and I will play like game after game after game, trying to get. So, like, let's just say I did this hangar, and the first game, I used all my bots, okay, but there was one bot which really didn't, like, I didn't get that much gameplay. I would then scrap that footage because it's not good enough. The second game I might drop in, maybe the Raven ended up being the star of the show, and I ended up scoring like 15 million, you know, some crazy amount. I wouldn't show that game simply because I didn't use all my bots. So, you know, I might get high damage, but if it's only focused on the Raven and I'm not like highlighting the other bots in my hangar, that footage for me is not good enough for Dream Hangars. So then I'll play another game, and I keep playing and playing and playing until I get it. So that's typically how my Dream Hangars work. So I try to showcase everything, but realistically, you know, there's a lot of flaws in the way that is done. Like, you know, I try to show as much as I can to the players, but I think a live stream actually makes more sense for this kind of idea. Because I think, so let's just say, like, you know, let's just say this was your hangar, right? And you would get value out of it, but I'm pretty sure there might be other players who have similar bots. They can see what I have to say and they can see how it performs. they will get more value out of it, I think. Save your resources on, yeah, level 1. Yeah, you could, I mean, obviously there's going to be benefits to having a level 6 anti-control, but if you, it's one of the fewer modules where technically you don't really need to level it up that much. Yeah, and putting that content behind the paywall, you miss it though, really helped us. Yeah. I know it's weird, like players, it's kind of funny. Like I thought initially that a lot of viewers would prefer the baby account because it's free, so they could relate more to it, which is why I started. And you know, everything was actually going well. Like I got really good views on it, like the likes were good, but I noticed the tone started to change when I started to win really good robots, or like I built it in workshop and some of the players didn't have it for whatever reason. And I think just out of jealousy, because I had it and I got it for free, I started to see like the tone change, and like the comment section started getting more toxic. One video of mine, I still remember, I don't even know what it's at right now, I'm too scared to look, but the last time I looked, it was over 700 dislikes. Basically the worst performing video on my channel in the 8 or so years I've been doing this was a baby account video, which is 100% free. And I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe they don't want to see it, so that's why I just stopped. Typhon is, yeah, Typhon's pretty versatile. You can use either brawler or range. Repair amplifier on the Hawk or the Typhon? I would use it more on the Typhon. Depending on what weapons you have on the Hawk, I would probably use for the Hawk, if you wanted to really maximize that damage, probably the same combination as this, because it's a very fragile bot. So the Hawk also, because you generally, when I'm using range, I don't want to stay in that bot for too long. So one way to force myself out of that bot is to boost up the damage. So use damage modules and maybe a last stand. This way I'm more likely to die in that bot, but in the process I've maximized my damage output. Because certain bots, I know players want to stick in their bot for a while. I don't play that way, because I know that will end up losing me a lot of games. So like out of this lineup, if I wanted to stay in a bot for a long time, the ones that I would probably want to is probably the Hellburner, Ravana, Fenrir, possibly the Mender. But like when I was running the Pulse and the Magnetars, I wouldn't want to stay in that bot for too long, because I can't hold down beacons with it. What I'm trying to do is I'm basically trying to tailor my builds to force me to play a certain way, to maximize my efficiency. And the other thing that I also try to do, and you'll learn this with time, as you become more experienced, if you want to be the most efficient player, learn to use all your robots. If you can use all of your robots efficiently along with your Titan in a game, then that makes you a very efficient player. So knowing like when to ditch, for example, which I've said, the left leg is damaged. Why is it offset? I'm looking. You get more honor points for dropping bots. Yeah, I just try to be more efficient that way. So when I first joined like Clan Vox, for example, I think it was my leader at the time. He was saying that if you don't use all your bots, then you probably haven't played the game as well as you could have. Because when you build a hangar, each bot, like especially if you're running like 5 different robots, each bot is meant to counter what's out there. So you will have like, say for example, your beacon runner, which when you get the beacon, or if you die getting the beacon, then what actually killed you? Was it range? Well, then you drop in with your range. If it wasn't, if it's because there was brawlers, then you drop in with your brawler to counter the other guy's brawler. So it's kind of like playing chess, you know, one counters the other. Thank you so much, Clips. Thank you so much for your donation, much appreciated. Should you use all the same bots? No, I would definitely not do that. I know a lot of players do that because they see like all the top players, you know, doing that. I would not recommend doing that unless you had the resources. Those are two different things. I think for the majority of players, I wouldn't do it, only because, so let's just say, for example, I decided to get 5 Ravanas, and then tomorrow Pixonic decides, well, the Ravana is going to get a nerf. Guess what? It's affected all 5 of my robots, basically my whole hangar. So I would not do that. So you've invested now all your silver, your gold, in, you know, into pilots and stuff for the Ravana, and then it all gets nerfed in one shot. Yeah, I would not do that unless you have the money to do it. But again, those are two different things we're talking about here. It's a glitch from a certain viewpoint. Oh. Actually, wait, I should scroll through, because I know sometimes when you get these updates, one of the other glitches, I guess I can't see it here. Ignore all that. Like, I look at like how the robots are in the middle of the circle, because sometimes they're like way off and they're not done right. Like this one looks off center. And some robots, when you put it in your hangar, they're like all squished up. You know what I mean? Like this one should be lower. The diameter should be lower. But I'm picky like that. Especially for countering. Yeah, I think also I think also for newer players, like someone building their hangar, I think it's really important to run 5 different robots. And it's not just like, there's a number of different reasons. One is you won't be as vulnerable to like balance changes in the game, so when things get nerfed. That's why you notice I don't really complain with the baby account, you know, because I've diversified my hangar. I have 5 different robots, so it doesn't really affect me if things change. Yes, one build might get weaker, but usually when one build gets weaker, another build gets stronger, so it counterbalances. Also, it teaches you to play different styles so that you can adapt faster when the meta changes. You know, once you have all that experience, then, you know, go right ahead, build 5 Ravanas or whatever, if you have the money. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. I'm just saying that it's not the best way to learn how to play. Different sizes, different... Yeah, and also, like... Was it this one here? Yeah, I started losing a lot of games because my win percentage was really high. That's why I was running into all the squads. That's what I said earlier. So, sometimes, like... When I have, like, say, a behemoth... Like, maybe I should put one in, like, a behemoth. I think it's a behemoth. It's like all squished up and it only shows like half the behemoth. I mean, does it do it still? It's kind of low. Well, it's kind of low. There was one where it was really messed up. I can't remember which bot it was now. Maybe it was the invader? Yeah, maybe this could have been a little bit higher up. But sometimes, like, I look at how it's centered. It has a toe that looks up. Oh, I see what you mean. No, it's because there is a claw thing here, but you don't see it as clearly. So it looks like this is busted up, but this one isn't. Yeah, no, I see what you mean. Nether Quokka. I don't think I would run Quokkas on a Nether. So it's not that the weapon itself is bad, because it actually got buffed kind of decent. The only problem I have, so with the Nether, I don't know if you actually watch the gameplay, especially from this live stream, you will notice that a lot of the Nethers I encountered were attacking me at close range. The thing is, when you are dashing at close range and you're moving very quickly, it's actually harder to hit players with Quokka. So whether you use Quokka, whether you use another one would be, I'm trying to think, like Punishes, for example. You know, when you have bullet spread, you're more likely to miss your shots because you're dashing back and forth. You would need to keep your distance and hope that you can hit your opponent that way. So I think that the style is very different. You know, like if you use a Nether, you got to keep your distance if you're going to be running those weapons. But in the games that I played, you will notice a lot of the Nethers were very aggressive because we were playing with Claw. They have to get within the 350 meter range. That's something you would like to know to which? Oh, you guys are talking about the black market? Yeah, I can show you the black market now. But I'm going to be ending the stream soon because honestly, I actually only wanted to stream for like an hour and a half. We've already gone like 1 hour over. But yeah, this is what the black market looks like. I still would make some changes to this. Again, I don't know why Pixonic has done. I've mentioned it multiple times in their chat. So I think for the super chest, there should only be limited edition versions of robots and titans. So get rid of the Erebus here, for example. Get rid of the Skyros. Get rid of the Harpy. Because we have a Kitsune Harpy and even the Seraph. Get rid of it. You know, unless it's a robot like the Siren where there's no limited edition version, then leave it in. But the fact is, some of these robots, you know, that they had, I know in the past, maybe not these, they had it in Workshop. So I'm like thinking, well, what makes it so special if I can just build it in Workshop? You know, these should be special, therefore they should be limited edition versions. So like the Shell, for example, you know, if you can build any of these robots, I don't know these particularly, but if you can build it in Workshop, it shouldn't be here. It should be limited edition versions. Going to this one here, I think they added more platinum because I'm pretty sure we only had 2 prizes that were platinum before. So this is a good change. I don't even know if they should put Dreadnought components in here. Maybe just make it silver. Maybe, you know what? They should just make it resource. Maybe that might make more sense than putting the Dreadnought. Maybe they should put like Dreadnought 2000 or whatever over here instead. So those are the changes. Yeah, they have a lot of pilots here too. Not that pilots are bad. I mean, technically speaking, this would be a 2,500 gold prize. Doesn't matter which one you get. Even if it's one that you don't want, it's worth, the bottom line, it's worth 2,500 gold. What about this one here? Yeah, you see, I would get rid of these Lantern Dazzler. You have these two. Why put these two in? Pentagon and Gargantua I can understand. Yeah, so they have the right idea. I mean, they kind of moving in that direction, but like, they should have done it a long time ago. Like when I told them to. It doesn't make sense like what they were doing before. It's kind of funny, like I tell them these things and like, you'd think they would listen, but then it takes them like years, and then they finally do it, and you know the players are happy. I'm like, you should have listened to me like 2 years ago. How is Fenrir in this meta? I think it's struggling, but again, we don't have drones. I'm not sure how it's gonna change with drones. It kind of needs like a patron to fight the angler. It's struggling versus the angler right now because it doesn't have the ability to go in stealth to counter the blind. But that doesn't mean sell it. Please don't sell it. Players have this habit of like when it doesn't work, they sell it, and then when it comes back into the meta, they cry about it. Don't sell it, whatever you do. Since everyone has Demeter now. Yeah, I don't actually run the app meter. I prefer the other one, Jerry Fortune. You're boosting your damage that way with Jerry Fortune. It's kind of like running Death Mark, but you're not paying for power cells kind of thing. So I prefer Jerry Fortune over that. Okay, so anyways, guys, I do need to get going. Before I do, thank you very much to Dark Warrior, Lone, Smiley, Toyi, Dominic, Kine, Jack, Goose, and Frederick for helping to moderate today's live stream chat. Much appreciated. If they have YouTube channels, make sure to check them out as well. Also, thank you very much to Michael and to Clips for your donations. Much appreciated. And if they have YouTube channels, make sure to check them out as well. Now, when this live stream ends, in the comment section, if you have a Dream Hangar, now it could be theme-based, it could be, you know, something you're building towards, make sure that you comment down below, you know, what your Dream Hangar is, and it might be chosen for the next Dream Hangar episode. Although I do have one already planned for tomorrow, but it might be for next week or whichever. Also, let me know if you prefer this format, because I think more players can get value out of this kind of format than me just showing like, you know, 2 games, because this way you can kind of see my thought process, and I think that is important when it comes to actually learning about the game. You know, you don't just, this is what it is, buy it, you know, build it. If I explain it, I think you can learn more that way. So yeah, let me know how you like this format. And I think that should pretty much be it. So tomorrow there is going to be another, I guess the second half of this Dream Hangar episode. Okay, so the next one's not going to be a theme. That one is actually someone's hangar that they're building towards. We can take a look at it and see how we can improve it. That's going to be for tomorrow. And then Saturday there might be test server depending on what happens. But otherwise, yeah. That is pretty much it. So if this is the first time you happen to drop by my YouTube channel or my live stream, I hope you enjoyed today's live stream featuring Dream Hangars, Survivor Robots. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up. And with that said, thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, and until tomorrow's live stream, I'll catch you guys later. Cheers, guys.
So scared